Hi, my name is Neil Hetherington, and I have the awesome privilege of being the CEO of the Daily Bread Food Bank. Although this past year was like no other, we are pleased to report to you that thanks to you, we met our main goal, to ensure that every single delivery went out safely and on time. And while a sense of normalcy is slowly returning to our city, for those living in poverty, the reality is very different. This past June, the Daily Bread Food Bank and our network of 126 member agencies hit a difficult record: 125,000 client visits to food banks in that month alone. And now we continuously see over 65% more clients than in pre-pandemic times. Sadly, that number is also continuing to rise.
Exceeding previous totals for annual food distribution across our network, we reached an organizational record and delivered nearly 17 million pounds of food, up from almost 13 million the year prior, a 30% increase. And to meet that growing need in the community, we purchased twice as much food.
Our farm and food industry partners stepped up, donating over 8 million pounds of fresh and non-perishable food.
Our kitchen provided over 101,000 meal servings for food programs across the city, including over 10,000 individually packaged meals for delivery to isolated individuals in partnership with the Red Cross. We also launched a new hot meal program at the end of November at our facility here at 191 New Toronto Street. This once-per-week dinner program serves South Etobicoke, a community lacking in drop-in meal programs and where 15% of residents are living with low income.
We continue to build a foundation of stability and resilience in our agency network by opening 6 new food programs. This was in addition to the 12 new food programs opened in the fall of 2020. In just 9 months, 22 new food programs were developed to meet the growing needs of the city. To put this in perspective, before the pandemic, we would typically open 1 to 2 food programs per year. We also launched an anchor agency program with a focus on developing closer and more collaborative working relationships with high-volume member agencies in key areas to build food access cornerstones within our network.
While working to meet the immediate food needs of the city, we made significant strides in advocating for long-term systemic change to end poverty. In addition to publishing our annual Who's Hungry report, which profiles experiences of poverty and food insecurity in Toronto, we developed position statements on basic income and the criminalization of poverty. We also developed a petition calling on the Government of Ontario to commit to reducing poverty by 50% by 2030. Within a few months, nearly 27,000 signatures were collected, demonstrating strong public support for tackling poverty and food insecurity in our communities.
Ensuring that clients are served with respect and dignity is a top commitment as part of Daily Bread's rights-based approach. Earlier this year, we made a significant investment and outward expression of this commitment by renovating and expanding our on-site food bank.
On the community food and fundraising side, our generous donors and passionate fundraisers were steadfast in their support as we continued to collectively maneuver through COVID-19 restrictions. Community champions across the city stepped up to collect food in their neighborhoods and developed creative fundraising campaigns. Our spring, Thanksgiving, and holiday contactless drive-through food drives saw hundreds of members of our community come together during our busiest seasons to drop off food donations at our warehouse.
And of course, at the heart of Daily Bread are our passionate and dedicated volunteers whose commitment to the fight against hunger is tireless. We are so grateful for the unwavering support of our team of volunteers who showed up every week to help us meet our goal of uninterrupted service to the community.
As we reflect on last year, we are deeply grateful and feel a sense of pride in the work that has been made possible by your support. And we know there is still much to be done. In July, we put in motion a new 3-year strategic plan that honors our commitment to being a rights-based organization, one which is grounded in values of access and equity and considers new priorities posed by the pandemic.
All of us at the Daily Bread Food Bank remain firmly committed to this work. Together, we will continue to advocate for solutions to end hunger in our city so that every person's right to food is realized. We are so grateful to you for joining us in this important mission. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.